What I'm going to talk about is when you acquire a facility, make sure there's no gaps in your coverage. So a couple landmines that I want to warn you about. D&O, directors and officers. Are you leaving their board in place? Are you bringing your board on over them? If so, whose D&O coverage are you taking? Are you going under yours? Does your carrier know about that? Do they have a history of issues on their D&O? That's going to flag your carrier right away. Environmental. When I talk about environmental, if you're acquiring a petroleum facility or an agronomy facility and you haven't had one of these before, what you need is coverage just in case that guy's filling up the fuel barrel and the fuel barrel ruptures and goes several thousand of gallons into quick wicking sands, and you have to dig out 20 feet on a Friday afternoon. That's not a hypothetical. I lived that one. Found out the gap in coverage there, okay? Terrorism. Now, this is not terrorism as the government defines it. That's called a TRIA coverage. This is terrorism as a true terroristic act. And where we're going to see it or potentially see it is the release of a biologic in, say, a corn bin. And that gets into the human consumption chain. Do you have coverage for the potential of that getting recalled? You're seeing a lot of green terrorism crop up, especially in our industry around GMOs and some of those things. Trademark, protect the brand. Whether that's the brand you're acquiring, are you keeping their name? Are they doing a DBA? Are they re-logoing under your brand? Protect your trademark, because once you get them, make sure you own that brand because you don't want somebody else using that. If you're acquiring a food manufacturer, animal feed, whatever, human consumption feed, you want to be able to pull that product back in the event of poison, recall, whatever, and that goes several layers deep. Government interaction. You're going to spend a lot of time talking to the federal government, and if you've ever had the joy that is, it's going to take some hours out of your day. Third-party liability, injured third party, and then getting it out of the supply chain. Also, work with your agent and your carrier to look at the person you're acquiring at their claims run. Property and casualty. What I'm looking for here is, are they using their insurance policy as their company maintenance program? Is it every time the wind blows, they got something to repair, or are they keeping a well-maintained facility and they don't have many property and casualty? Workers' compensation claims. We look at two things when we acquire somebody. One is the size of big claims. Am I going to be paying for this amputated leg for 20 plus years after acquiring them? There's a potential for that. Also, look at the frequency of claims. Are you getting constant slips, trips, and falls? Is there CDL program? Are there drivers tearing their shoulders? Look not necessarily at the dollar, but at the frequency, because the frequency will be an indicator of A, their safety program, and B, future potential for large loss.